to Paddling Adventures Radio. I'm Sean Rowley, and with me is Derek Spesh.
Hello.
Derek, it's February.
It is. It's a strange February. It's like it's spring is coming. It's way early. Or, I don't know, maybe winter just never came.
You know what? I don't know if it's going to be like nice and mild for part of it, because when in the fall you get the frost, and that heralds the colder weather.
Yeah.
And in spring you get the frost again, which heralds the warmer weather.
Exactly.
We've had frost all week. Get up in the morning in the wind, which would herald the warmer. I don't know what the groundhog saw.
What did they say? He saw his shadow, and there's going to be 6 more weeks of dreary weather.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay. But I'm thinking, half of me is saying, yeah, this is just going to continue on.
Mm-hmm.
But a part of me is saying, there's going to be one really wicked snowstorm come through. One last winter hurrah.
Well, they keep saying
that. Doozy.
Yeah.
It's the kind of, I haven't even used. I finally break down and buy a snow blower, and I've used it like 3 times last year.
Yeah.
I walk into my garage. I see this really nice snow blower, heavy duty thing sitting there, not doing anything but being a paperweight.
Well, the current weather systems that are hitting North America are just crazy. Like the Alberta Clipper that came through Alberta, I remember Johnny Stinson posting, he was like minus 40, minus 50 degree weather. And then, then a whole bunch of snow hit, sort of, depending on where you were in Canada. But like BC, a bunch of ski hills they're rainy and melty, so a bunch of ski hills are closing. Not Whistler, but the ones down near Vancouver, and like East Coast or West Coast California, along that whole West Coast there, like they're just getting so much rain right now. Like they're saying that they're getting like 2 years of rain in a day or two, right? Mm-hmm. Which is crazy. And like things are closing down. Yeah, it's a lot of rain, a whole lot of rain. And like Ontario is like meh. And
I'm thinking we're going to get one wicked storm before it's done.
Well, just the way the jet stream goes, it curved around us, and it was hit the East Coast, like Cape Breton.
Oh,
basted like 120
state
centimeters.
of emergency.
Oh yeah. And like PEI and the runs are coming in to help Nova Scotia and Cape Breton because they're just like 120 centimeters in some places, right? And but on average, I think they got between 50 and 80 centimeters for the most part. And so it's just it's. Well, I guess we shouldn't be complaining for our mild
weather. We're going to get an entire winter's worth of snow
in one fall.
We'll call it a 2-dayer, not just a 1-day thing. But it's all going to come in one go.
It's going to be interesting if we do get snow, but I don't think we will. I think we're done for the year.
We're done. Yeah. You can't be done if you didn't start.
Well, because of the mild weather, like a buddy of mine, he's got his cottage up. He lives it. It's his home. Anyways, he's up near Algonquin Park, and he said that it's not really good camping snow in the backcountry in Algonquin, just because there's a couple layers of crustiness on top of soft snow, and he said you're gonna break through in some spots and not break through in others, but it's only about a foot thick and like overall, and there's not a lot of snow depth, and and you can't really trust water because we haven't had a really good freeze up, so you can't really cross any water. So I'm not sure we're going to go camping this family day. I think you're still going to go.
Yeah. We're going to go up to Mew again. And
we're thinking of like going up to Lake Nipissing and renting one of those ice huts for ice fishing. We'll see.
Yeah.
Because Nipissing's frozen.
I don't know. I'm still leery when you're getting like warm weather.
Yeah.
I'm still leery about the ice.
Yeah.
Oh, well. I need to find a place to go paddling for February. So
yes.
I got to do my February paddle. And I'm looking at things. I'm thinking, I got to do it like this weekend or the next weekend because I'm booked for the following couple weeks. weekends.
Yes, it's a busy month.
Yeah.
Yeah, with all the trade shows that are coming along. And yeah, we got less than a week and a half to the Toronto Outdoor Adventure Show, and there's a lot of stuff going on coming up.
Yeah, and then into March. It's a week. No, it's more than a week and a half. It's like 2 weeks.
Is it? 24th, 25th of February. Yeah.
1, 2. Yeah, 2.5 weeks. Don't do this to me. Well, let's talk paddling anyway.
Yes.
If you are thinking about a summer canoe trip in Minnesota's North Country,
yes.
reservations for trips into the Boundary Waters Canoe Area Wilderness are now open.
And for anybody who is going to be doing any summer tripping, that 5-month window is now open for spring trips and so on, and early season trips. So it's a good time to, hopefully people have their plans set. I don't plan. I usually do last minute what's available.
Planning's for chumps.
Exactly.
Until I need one.
Exactly. So, but yeah, it's anybody who's planning ahead. If you like, for example, Boundary Waters or any park system anywhere, is like I'm not sure how far ahead you can book in the States.
I don't know, because I don't book in the States.
Yeah.
So,
but just in case somebody from the U.S. is listening, we do have people listening from all over the world.
You might want to check.
Yes.
Right?
Check your local rules for booking camping, because now we're getting into the peak of cabin fever season, and people are thinking about their future trips and what to do, and
they're getting out their maps, their books,
and
anyone planning an overnight trip into the Boundary Waters between May 1st and September 30th, whether it's a canoe, motorboat, or a foot along hiking trails, it's required to obtain a quota permit.
Quota.
To preserve the wilderness character of the Boundary Waters and to prevent overcrowding and damage to natural resources, U.S. Forest Service limits the number of people who can enter the Boundary Waters on any given day. It also disperses visitors by restricting the number of permits it issues at different wilderness entry points.
And they've reduced it this year, didn't they?
As a result, permits get snapped up quickly, especially popular entry points. Competition for permits grew even more intense when, starting in 2022, Superior National Forest reduced the number of quota permits available by 13% to address complaints about overcrowding and resource damage. Permits are available at recreation.gov. Yeah, they had to cut down 13%.
Yeah.
And, just to limit how many people go in. Forest Service officials strongly encourage visitors not to book trips on multiple dates if they don't intend to use all the permits. Now, we had that issue, issue with Algonquin Park and stuff like that, where people were booking extra long trips because they got that 5-month window. So they booked from now till, like the end of July, knowing they only wanted that last week of July.
Yeah.
And then they would cancel the first 3 weeks of July.
I can see why people do it. I just hate it when they do that.
Well, then you want people who wanted to book the first week of July but couldn't get it.
Because somebody
had booked it just so they could get the last week of July, which is garbage. But they've put things in place where
fixed it.
Yeah. Outfitters say they see people booking prospective permits in January because they don't know exactly what dates they will be available later in the summer. Then later in the year, they either cancel the permits they don't want or simply fail to show up. 2022, the Superior National Forest reported that the number of cancellations and no-shows roughly doubled from previous years.
Wow.
That's just crap.
I imagine some of them are legitimate. Somebody's become injured or
definitely.
sick or whatever, and so. But still, some of it is just because people are trying to game the system.
Yeah, we're seeing an uptick in people blocking out trips that they don't necessarily intend to use, says Kathy Quinn, acting wilderness program manager for the Superior National Forest. We just want to make sure people all have a chance to go and experience these wild places. So we just ask folks to only book what they think they're going to use and let other people have a chance. Because that's what's going to happen. You go and you look, well, everything's all booked.
Yeah.
So let's look elsewhere. And then you find out everybody cancels and you could have gone where you actually wanted to go. If visitors do have to cancel a permit, Quinn encourages them to do it as far in advance as possible so others have an opportunity to use that permit and so that you can get a refund. Other reminders, group size is limited to 9 people with no more than 4 watercraft. Visitors are also required to practice leave no trace etiquette and watch a series of videos before entering the wilderness. Superior National Forest also publishes an extensive trip planning guide to assist visitors. So yeah, if you're looking to go to the Boundary Waters, you better get on it. Now, if you're looking to go to the Grand Canyon rafting in 2025, not this year, next year.
You're already too late for this year.
The Grand Canyon National Park has started accepting applications for non-commercial river trip permits to raft the Colorado River for specific launch dates within the calendar year 2025. Total of 482 permits will be available for 12 to 25-day river trips. I don't know that I could go on a raft for 25 days.
Well, you're not going to be on the raft for 25 days. You're going to be ashore at night.
How do you know?
Unless something very bad
goober. Unless something really bad happens. Eligible individuals may apply online at the weighted lottery website, grcariverpermits.nps.gov. Applications will be accepted online through noon Mountain Standard Time, Monday, February 26th. So get your name in there. Now, we talked about the weighted lottery. So
yes.
Each year in February, a main lottery is held to assign launch dates for river trips occurring the next year. In addition to the annual main lottery, follow-up lotteries are held as needed throughout the remainder of the year to reassign canceled and or unassigned launch dates. Public notifications for these follow-up lotteries are made by email. The weighted lottery website can be accessed year-round to create or modify an account and to sign up to receive email notifications. What is the weighted lottery?
Yeah, it was hard to pull that information out because they just talked about it so matter-of-factly. Oh, this is it. It's a weighted system. Well, what does that mean?
Yeah, they said, here's how you do it, and here's how you apply for it, and here's... It replaced the wait list.
Yeah.
But what exactly is it?
So I managed to find a 22-page document. And this
in the deep, dark web.
It was scrolled away on page 9 of that 22-page document, and the print was so tiny.
He had to beat up a little old man to get the information.
But anyways, when they talk about the weighted lottery system, they assign points. And so if you... To make it fair for people, and so what, like, you know, what if you win the lottery every year? What if you're just a lucky guy type thing? Well, then they kind of weighed it out to give people who haven't been on a trip recently more points. So, for example, if you hadn't been on a Colorado River trip in like 5 years or more, then you'll get 5 points. Most points you can get is 5. So if it's been 5 years or more, then you'll get 5 points, and each point is like having your name put in a hat. So you get your name put in the hat 5 different times.
So if you were on a trip last year, you get 1 point.
You get 1 point.
Right.
You get one name in the hat, and I still haven't fully wrapped my brain around the assigned launch dates, but it sounds like you don't have a lot of control unless you go on a commercial trip. If you sign up for an outfitter and you say, this is my available dates, yes, we'll get you, we have seats available for those dates. But if you're just in the lottery, let's say, I'm going to throw my name in that, and it's like, well, here's your chance. You get to go June 17th through June 29th. It's like, wait a sec, I can't take vacation in June. Too bad, so sad.
It sounds just like the NHL
Draft lottery.
Draft lottery is a weighted lottery.
Yeah. If you really suck as a team, you get first pick.
Do I still have that? I think I closed that website. The guy was talking about the weighted lottery, and he says he got an email.
Oh, yes.
And at 3:30 in the afternoon, and it said you have to pay your deposit if you're accepting this. It says, congratulations, you won.
Congratulations,
a Grand
your
Canyon
name was drawn.
launch. Yeah. And you have to pay $400 before noon the following day. So less than 24 hours.
Yeah.
And he says, seriously, what if I was on a backpack trip where I wasn't
I'm deep in the woods. I have no signal.
What if I was working a 24-hour shift? What if I was taking a really long poop?
I would miss my opportunity.
Yeah. So you get the email, and you have like 24 hours or whatever to pay your deposit to say, okay, yeah, I want it. Otherwise, it goes into, like you say, the secondary email. Lottery.
Maybe his was unusual. Maybe there was a cancellation, and so they drew some names to see who could fit into that cancellation. Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. Anyway, so that was that one.
But that was a down payment. That was just the deposit. That wasn't. Yeah. It wasn't saying, "Hey, your trip is in 24 hours." Like,
no, that's just a deposit.
That was a deposit. That was committing.
Yeah.
You're going to pay your deposit to commit to the trip.
Yeah. Otherwise, if you don't come, then you've just lost $400.
Yes.
Individuals must be 18 years or older to apply for a river trip permit. Non-commercial river trips must be self-guided. Technical whitewater experience is mandatory on each trip. Individuals may participate on a maximum of one recreational river trip per year, commercial or non-commercial. So you can't go on a guided trip of the Grand Canyon, get to the end, drive to the other side to join a non-commercial. So, like you can't go with your buddies.
Now, I'm curious about that because, I'm going to have to do more reading. But if your name is drawn, you get to go on a trip. Does that mean your group has won? What if What if Burt Reynolds wanted to do the Colorado River, the Grand Canyon, and so we throw our name in the hat? Do we apply as a group to be self-guided, or each of us individually? Like we're going as a group.
Well, I think if you all put your names in,
one name,
in the hope that one of yous win, and then if a couple of yous win, then just one person accepts. The rest of you go, okay,
they're not really clear. The rules
what if all 29 of yous win?
Or what if one guy had been on a trip last year, the rest of you had never been on a Colorado trip? One drawing. You got one buddy in your group that went last year. It's like,
I don't think. I think that comes down to the lottery.
Yeah,
right.
It's hard to pull some of this information from that tiny little document with.
Give that little old man another beating.
It's like I'm trying to read the newspaper from the second floor. It's like, hey, turn the page.
Individuals interested in professionally guided river trips should not apply through the lottery, but instead request space on a commercial trip.
Yeah.
So if you want to go to the Grand Canyon next year, not
2025,
2025,
apply now.
Apply now. Get your applications in now. So we talked about kayaks being practical.
Yeah.
And you look at all the stuff out there, you're thinking, some of it's not practical, some of it is. For most people, I don't think these would be practical, but for people who still like to get out on the water, but need a little bit of help, as an accessibility tool.
If you got a bad ticker and you don't want to overexert yourself. Or if you're really extremely lazy.
There's a list of 6 of they call the best, or the top, motorized paddleboards in 2024.
Mm-hmm.
For some, finding the perfect motorized paddleboard can, transform a good day on the waves into an absolutely exhilarating experience. Whether you're gliding through serene lakes or tackling ocean swells, the right paddleboard makes all the difference. So with so many options in 2024, here are 6 of the best motorized paddleboards. Number 1, the Boost Surfing's Boost Fin. Now, this isn't the actual paddleboard itself. This is just a gadget that sticks to the bottom.
Yeah, so you could use a surfboard, a paddleboard. You could put it on a kayak or something.
Right? Innovative gadget transform your ordinary paddleboard into a motorized paddleboard for $500 US or $675 Canadian. Offers an affordable ticket to the electrifying boarding experience. Imagine the thrill of harnessing the power of 15 rowers. Cruising at a breezy 10 miles per hour, all thanks to its impressive 20 pounds of thrust.
I don't have to convert
10 miles and that, yeah, convert that. What's that, times 1.7?
Something like that.
Or divide by 1.7. I can't remember. Boost Fin is a marvel in ease and compatibility, effortlessly attaching to almost any paddleboard or kayak. User-friendly design includes a 2-button wristband controller, a handy phone app, making your ride smooth and adjustable. With a robust 800-watt motor, it promises a gentle start, perfect for beginners, and provides up to 100 minutes of cruising joy. Its installation is as easy as a walk to the beach. Taking just 5 minutes, weighing a mere 2.7 pounds, it's a lightweight powerhouse. Out of all of these, I'll say right now, without even talking about the rest of them, if I was going to get one, it'd probably be this.
Well, yeah, because you can use it on many. You can stick it on the bottom of your canoe or a kayak or whatever.
Yeah.
Or crazy glue it to your stomach so you can just swim really fast.
Oh, now you're just teasing. 10 miles per hour.
Yeah. Well, my phone, I told it to convert it. It says it's 2.78 meters per second. It's like, you're not helping.
Your phone and your computer are just not being nice to you today.
So it's 36 kilometers an hour.
Okay, so
that's pretty good. That's actually pretty good.
What's that in light speed?
Let me see what options they have. Oh, I can do it in knots. That's 19.4 knots.
Excellent. 10 miles. How many kilometers did it say?
It said kilometers an hour is 36.
No, 10 miles. Oh, 10 miles. Oh, yeah, I guess.
Oh, wait. No, this is all
10 miles, 16.09 kilometers.
16 kilometers an hour. 16.
Right?
So 10 miles per hour. This Google has failed me miserably. Yeah, so it had originally been in feet per second or something. I don't know. Miles an hour. 10 miles an hour is 16 kilometers an hour. That's not too bad. That's 4 times walking speed.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, unless you walk really, really fast, then it's only half.
Average walking speed is 4 kilometers an hour.
Is it really?
Yeah. That's what you calculate for portages.
4 kilometers. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I guess you're right. Number 2.
I guess you're right.
I guess you're right.
I will give you this win, Derek, this one time.
This one time, Derek. Okay, here, let me get my little journal out and write in this journal. Dear Diary, Derek may have been correct.
Dear Diary.
May have been correct. Jury will get back to us on this one. Number 2, the Smart. $1,450 US or $1,955 Canadian. Smart is a trailblazer in the motorized stand-up paddleboard world. 12-foot tourer drive is a testament to innovation, crafted for coastal waters and rivers. And see, that's what you would want. You'd want something that's more than just like inland lakes and stuff.
Yeah.
It stands out with its dual-purpose electric drive motor, serving both as a propulsion system and an automatic pump, adding unmatched convenience to your paddling experience. We've talked about this one before with this dual-purpose drive.
Yeah.
Equipped with 3-speed gears, the Smart ensures a smooth ride tailored to your pace. The remote control snugly fitting over your paddle allows you to effortlessly adjust the speed. Even for beginners, the intuitive app makes the inflation process a breeze. Its long battery life is a major plus, and the fact that it can inflate itself is another plus. However, the dreaded however,
Yes.
not without its quirks, the maximum speed setting can be quite noisy, and the absence of a center grab handle is notable. How fast is this going that you need that grab handle?
It's when it takes off from the stop. It's acceleration.
Woo! Though the shoulder strap compensates for it, the built-in pump, while handy, maxes out at 14.1 psi, lacks a deflation feature. Despite these minor drawbacks, the SipaSmart remains a solid choice for a touring board, motorized or not. And that's the thing, is these board ones with the motors can be used without the motors.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Right?
Yeah. Yes. All of these boards, like except for the first one, the Boost, all of them are like they're just have a battery pocket and a jet propulsion system. Thing. But otherwise, it's a stand-up paddleboard.
Yeah. The Joby Iduna, one of the latest innovations in electric water boards. The Iduna makes water exploration on a paddleboard more accessible and enjoyable than ever. $1,455 US or $1,960, which is comparable to the SipaSmart.
Yes.
With his integrated electric motor, which also doubles as a pump, the Iduna achieves speeds of up to 3.1 miles per hour. So
a little bit slower than...
That's walking speed.
Yeah. It's not very fast.
It can maintain this pace for an extended duration of up to 3 hours.
Well, that's good.
Allowing for prolonged adventures on the water.
Yeah, like a 3-hour tour.
Right, and for 3 hours, if you're out paddling and you get tired,
then
this will help you get back, right? Ideal for both beginners and experienced paddlers, the dual 8-inch Easy Lock fins contribute to its lightweight design, making it an easy to carry. This board is perfect for those seeking additional support while touring or battling strong headwinds. Despite its many virtues, the Iduna does come with a few drawbacks, as they do. Its premium pricing may be a consideration for some, but it's one of the cheaper ones, so I would say not. Its top speed is relatively modest compared to other motorized paddleboards. That would be the thing for me. If I'm going to put a motor on something, that baby better be humming. I better be towing somebody on water skis.
I want the wind to pull my hair off my head. My eyes peel open.
Additionally, the lengthy 8-hour battery charging time might be a deterrent for those seeking quick turnaround times.
Yeah.
However, these factors are balanced in its durable construction, 3-year warranty, and a host of accessories that enhance its overall value and appeal. Unlike everything else, you just got to look at where you're going to use it, what you're going to use it for.
I think they'd be fun and entertaining. There's a few more here, but like one that's not on the list, which I've looked at in the past, and it's the price that pushed me away. But it was, it's like it's a solid board, stand-up paddleboard type thing, but it's got a hydrofoil underneath. And these things go like 40 kilometers an hour, 50 kilometers an hour.
That'll do it.
Yes.
How much?
Yeah. If you have to ask.
You can't afford it.
It's about $14,000.
Really? That's it?
US.
I'll take 2.
Yeah, I know, right? But they're really neat, and they've got a really... And I've seen a lot of people use them over the last couple of years. It came out about 5 or 6 years ago. And it's just like, oh, man, I need to win the lottery.
See, that's the kind of thing you go out in the lake with people.
Yeah.
And someone says, you want to race?
Let's go.
Let's go. And you start off, and when they look back and they see how far back you are because you're not paddling, and they're laughing, then all of a sudden you turn it on.
When it gets
right on by them.
When it gets up on its foil, it's just a little fin under the water, right?
Yeah.
With a motor at the very base. Like you're averaging between 1 and 2 feet. The board is above the water.
The water line, yeah.
You're just cruising on this little foil.
And as you pass your buddy trying to race you, you slap him in the back of the head.
With the paddle.
Yeah.
Clunk.
Just hammer him in the back with your hand where you got a sunburn.
Yeah.
Do a nice hand mark there. The next one on our list is the Onion Manta. $5,000.
The platinum level.
Or 6,740 Canadian.
Yeah.
Yeah. When somebody says 5,000, no, I'm buying a canoe.
Exactly.
I'm spending $5,000 on a new lightweight canoe. The Onion Manta offers an unrivaled blend of stability, power, and family-friendly design. Branded as ideal for those who revel in tranquility and long excursions, stands out as a top choice for any level of paddleboarder. Its wide shape ensures excellent stability, making it a sturdy option on the water. Capable of reaching speeds of up to 10 miles per hour.
Which is what?
Do you want to convert that again to 500 kilometers an hour or something?
16.
Offering an impressive 6 hours of battery life.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. It redefines the standards for long-lasting aquatic adventures. While its larger dimensions make it perfect for family outings or group travels, offering unmatched stability, this also means a slight trade-off in speed. So if it was not as wide, it could maybe go 12, 13, 15 miles per hour.
Yes.
The wider, longer shape, while ideal for multiple riders, renders it less maneuverable. Complete with a battery, charger, remote charger, and a paddle. $5,000?
It's a lot. It's pretty steep. Yeah, and there's a lot of these other ones that we've already talked about, and we're not even done the list yet. Like this one is like unreasonably higher priced.
Yeah.
They all have a very specific range of price, and then this one is like way outside.
Yeah, somebody goofed their marketing or something.
I know.
Maybe it comes lined with gold or something.
Yeah, and I was going to say, hey,
or maybe it comes with somebody that paddles it for you.
Maybe.
Yeah. Number 5, the Torque E-Paddle. Torque E-Paddle iSup skillfully blends luxury with ecological sensibility. As a product from a brand renowned for jet boards and electric surfboards, this board transforms the traditional inflatable paddleboard into a family-friendly electric marvel. Reaches up to 11 miles per hour, so you're just going to beat that guy.
Yeah, the $5,000 guy.
Right? With 3 speed modes and produces a generous 5-hour battery life. Oh, he's got you there.
1 hour less than the 5,000 one.
Reaches up to 10 or 11 with the 3, a generous 5-hour battery life, ideal for those extended water explorations. Crafted from robust materials, the Torque E-Paddle maintains a rigid and sturdy form when inflated, thanks to drop-stitch reinforcement technology. Its inboard jet drive system, centrally located, offers smooth and efficient propulsion. Unique to this board is the ability to control the jet via a smartphone or a Torque smartwatch. So if I got your password to that app, you're on a nice, friendly little tour, and then all of a sudden, the fun is just
who's going to use their phone out on a stand-up paddleboard
just to take pictures.
Like, I don't know
that
I
your
pull it out at
watch, all. Right?
Maybe a watch, but the phone, nobody's going to be wanting to pull that out to control.
Well, the Torque smartwatch.
Yeah.
Not like your Apple Watch or something. The Torque smartwatch.
But who's going to want to carry their phone in their hand to control the device, right? I'm going to lose my phone.
Because you know that's going to happen, too.
Yes.
Despite its substantial battery weight, it's surprisingly portable. Rolling up compactly and coming with a versatile bag, the board supports up to 325 pounds, making it suitable for 2 people. Get your own board. Includes an inbuilt bungee system for storing belongings. This makes the Torque E-Paddle iSup an ideal choice for all skill levels, from beginners to advanced paddlers seeking an upgrade. So with all the tie-down bungee system, that'd be great for if you want to do trips.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So the last one, another Sipodrive one, the Sipodrive 1.0 All-Rounder. 2,530 or 3,410 Canadian. A standout choice. It's designed for versatility, constructed from high-quality MSL material capable of supporting up to 140 kilograms. This robust build makes it suitable not just for solo adventurers, but also for those wanting to paddle with a companion, pet, or additional gear. Sipodrive 1.0 all-rounder shines with its 144 watts per hour battery, providing up to 3 hours of continuous ride time. So 3 to 6 hours seems to be the average, right?
And there's no real consistency between them all with hours and cost, and so I'm just curious. Like, the previous what was it? The Torque.
The Torque, yeah.
It talks about a substantial battery weight. If they have to mention the weight of the battery, then is it just unexpectedly heavy?
Maybe. The durability makes this the all-rounder perfect for both leisurely cruises and more intense surf sessions. Night riders will appreciate the equipped LED lights, adding safety and a cool factor to evening excursions.
Where are you going in the evening?
Out for a little local paddle around Toronto Harbor.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
You might want to get run over by one of the harbor taxis or something, right?
Or one of the big party boats.
Yeah.
Right? Boat's built-in compressor ensures easy inflation. The snakeskin EVA foam offers comfortable grip during rides. These features combine to make the Sipodrive 1.0 all-rounder a versatile, robust, and user-friendly electric waterboard, suitable for a wide range of paddling enthusiasts. So those are the 6, anywhere from like the $500 slap onto your existing board, up to, I'm not even going to go with the $5,000 one. So $2,500.
Yeah.
Anywhere from $500 to $2,500. Selecting the best motorized paddleboard is essential for a fulfilling experience on the water. When choosing, consider your skill level, the typical water conditions you'll encounter. Yeah, because if you're living in Lake Ontario, you don't need something for the Atlantic Ocean. Typical water conditions you'll encounter, the specific features that suit your needs. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned paddler, the right motorized paddleboard can transform your water adventures, offering a unique blend of relaxation, excitement, and exploration. So which board will you choose to embark on your next aquatic journey? Yeah, I think out of all of them, I would just get the slap-on motor.
Exactly, yeah, because you can attach it to other stuff.
Yeah.
So, and this is not typically something we would normally...
No, but this is for, like I say,
it's interesting. It's different.
You keep complaining you're getting older. So, like 10 years from now, when you want to go out for the day, and you can throw something on the bottom of a stand-up paddleboard, so you can go paddle for 5 hours and go, oh, I forgot how far it is. And then you just flip that bad boy on and come back.
Reminds me of when we were at Complete Paddler. It was Complete Paddler, and they had the family stand-up paddleboard there on display.
Oh, the big red one, yeah.
It was like 8 feet long, 6 feet wide.
Right?
It's
like a raft.
So you could get that first one for $500. Get 2 of them. Get them in a pair.
Right?
Then you could you could just have get a couple lawn chairs out there on it. And
doodly, right on down the lake, buddy.
Yeehaw.
So, talking about first world, second world, all that sort of deal.
Yeah.
That's a first world problem. That sort of thing. I came across this article from Ghana, talking about boats and canoes. Now here, North America, we want lighter weight canoes.
Yes.
So anything we can get lighter weight, or I would love to have a nice wood cedar strip boat.
Yes.
Right?
It would be amazing.
That'd be awesome. That's our thoughts. I want a nice cedar stripper, and I want the lightest weight portaging boat I can get. I don't want to be hauling around 100-pound fibreglass canoe. Those days are long gone. For me.
100%.
Those are our problems. Fiberglass canoes and boats are known to represent superior long-term benefits in comparison to wooden ones. This includes better durability and low maintenance costs. Full on, because the wood versus the fiberglass. Yeah. In an era where environmentally sustainability is rife, opting for fiberglass in the construction will mean less dependence on the country's tree resources. This is the argument of two naval architects and academics who have proposed that government introduces a policy that would encourage demand in fiberglass for the mass production of boats and canoes in Ghana. Totally different. Like, no, get rid of the wood canoes.
Yeah.
Let's go with the fiberglass ones. But down there, you can see why they want this to happen.
Oh, absolutely. And
right?
chances are they're not doing a lot of portaging and whatever. It's a lot of coastal, like it's, I say coastal, I use the wrong word, but it's maybe, depending on, like, we do a lot of portaging. It's just the nature of Canadian waterways, rivers and lakes and so on. So maybe they're not doing a lot of portaging, or maybe they're just stronger than us.
Maybe. Dr. Vindex Dome and Mr. George Obeng of the Regional Maritime University have presented this proposition. They say, although not limited to fiberglass boats and canoes, that can serve the fisheries, cargo transportation, and recreational sectors. According to the graduate assistant and naval architect George Obeng, the government of Ghana could follow the cue of other countries by banning the felling of trees for the production of marine craft in order to create demand for fiberglass. When you go to Asia, they have stopped the felling of trees because of this policy. If you go to the Ivory Coast, they have policies governing the cutting of trees. So the country will also need to come up with policies that would minimize the use of wood so they can turn to the use of fiberglass. Like I say, totally different than what we do.
Well, we have a surplus of wood, we can quickly, we do reseed and replant a lot of our trees, but not all countries have that capability,
right.
And growing times, a lot of the woods we use grow pretty quick.
And differences in woods as well.
Yes.
He says the capacity for the production of fiberglass boats and canoes already exists in the country, having participated in the design and production of some boats for the Ghana Navy and Ghana Health Service. The naval architect said it is important for local manufacturers like himself to be trusted and empowered for the production of fiberglass canoes and boats to meet local needs and specifications. He says most of the ones that are imported, because they don't know our terrain, they do not put certain things in it. But because we know our terrain, we put all those things in there. Especially safety equipment such as a searchlight, echo sounder, GPS for navigation, VHF for communication. All these were put in the boats to suit what people want. Despite acknowledging that the price of fiberglass boats and canoes at the point of purchase cost more than wooden ones, Dr. Dome says the more savings are made in the long-term use of fiberglass.
Yeah, you get decades and decades of use out of fiberglass.
As the first-time cost, it's expensive, but we shouldn't dwell much on the first-time cost because we can compensate with about 50 years duration lifespan before doing major maintenance work. Depends on how you treat it, too.
Exactly, where it's stored, how you treat it.
So as for the cost, it is expensive, but in terms of durability, while the wooden ones have a lifespan of about 10 years, and with that, you need to do major maintenance. Fiberglass boats give you 50 years plus, so it is a good investment. Mr. Obeng added that so far as price is concerned, customers will be treated on a case-by-case basis specific to what they want. So you just go in and custom order.
But so far as price is concerned, customers are treated on a case-by-case basis. There's no set price.
Right.
I don't like you. When you walk through the door, if I don't like you, double the price.
Charge that guy 4 times as much. In view of how capital intensive both the production and purchase of fiberglass boats and canoes are, the naval architects appeal to government funding agencies and private investigators to collaborate and support the greenfield industry. This, according to them, could be in the form of a special funding arrangement for producers and end users. Academics commended the GPHA-led initiative to provide 20 eco-friendly fiberglass canoes to some fishing communities as part of the Fish Landing Sites project. Dr. Dome also disclosed that the Regional Maritime University will soon begin a Bachelor of Science Naval Architecture program in collaboration with Dubai-based company. He said the company will come in with their expertise and facilities to assist staff and students in their practical studies. Dr. Dome and Mr. George Obang believe that when supported, the fiberglass production industry can become one that can promote Ghana's maritime sector while providing employment opportunities for the nation's teeming youth.
There you go.
So, like I say, I was just reading that. I'm thinking that is so opposite of what we're trying to, you know, as canoe trippers. Like, I don't want a fiberglass boat. I would want
heavy to
the wood strip canoe.
Doesn't have
nicer and
more,
that sort of thing.
Exactly. It just feels good, and just to paddle it.
Lightweight Kevlar.
Yeah.
That sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Right? Like, if somebody says, "Yeah, I'm going to get you a deal on a really good fiberglass canoe," what you talking about? No, thanks. I'll walk. Anyway, I just thought that was a bit interesting. Just to, like I say, first world problems, second world problems, different mindsets, different, what's the word I'm looking for? Way things are, down there versus here. And anyway, thought that was neat.
It is.
When we go out paddling, it's not all work. We do have a lot of fun and games and joking around, and why we do it. When we did our 5 Great Lakes in a day, when we were on Michigan there, some big waves. We had a bit of fun doing that and goofing around, joking around.
So many roadkill deer.
Yeah. So canoe surfing, and particularly in an outrigger, is an ancient Polynesian tradition. The plastic cookie cutter kayaks you find at Costco and lining the beach at Sandals Resorts, those are not in accordance with the rich history of sit-down surfing, nor are they designed to catch waves, let alone waves of substantial magnitude. Apparently, these two dudes did not get the memo. Calson Lau and Reef Toscano, 2 Maui surfers and experienced watermen who decided to take one of the plastic, awkward, uncomfortable, non-ergonomically designed 2-person kayaks out on a massive day at Ho'okipa. Per their claim, it was the biggest wave ever surfed on a 2-man kayak. Maybe there's no other entries in that extreme niche field of the world records to actually challenge their claims, so they did it.
Or nobody else survived and told the story.
Right. In terms of big wave surfing, in an outrigger canoe, there is some competition, not officially, but back in 1980, a handful of watermen had a go at the title at an outer reef in Oahu. Surf historian Matt Warshaw tells the tale that in 1980, Hawaiian canoeist Tommy Holmes organized Project Avalanche, an attempt by 3 veteran canoe surfers, Tommy Holmes being one of them, to paddle into a 20-foot wave at a Hawaiian break called Avalanche on the north shore of Oahu. The team caught 2 20-foot waves, wiped out spectacularly on both. If you're going to do it, do it with pizzazz,
make a show of it.
Right? But earned coverage in both Surfer and Surfing magazine. As for Kelson,
look at this guy.
As for Kelson and Reef, I wonder what the ancient Polynesians would think. It was, of course, somewhat in jest. After the session, the duo said, "It was a good day. We definitely made an impact on the Ho'okipa surfing life."
Yes, an impact is right. We watched the video.
We watched the video. There was lots of, what it says? Reef got tossed 10 feet in the air at the top of that one wave, and I was still in the boat for another couple of seconds. There is a video of it. Like I say, they're just out there having fun in a kayak and caught these big waves and whatnot. They got hammered. But you should have seen the damage done to that thing, though.
Oh, yeah.
Cracks, big
and it
dents.
was roto-molded two-person sit-on-top kayak. And it's like, well, these things are supposed to be bulletproof, but not if you...
not if you treat them like that. There is a little video. I'll post that up on our social media there so people can take a peek. But, yeah, it was a bit funny. Do we got anything else? No, the only thing else we have this week is just to remind everybody about... Oops. I'm just knocking beer cans over. What did we drink? Velko Popovici.
Yeah, I don't know how to say that.
Kozel. 1874.
These are like back from December when I did the European tour and I bought a bunch of German and Polish beers and stuff.
That's a light beer, though.
Yeah.
And, it was a good one, though.
It was fantastic. So we're obviously dry January is over, and we're
whoop, whoop.
We can drink, or I can drink normal beer again.
I was just supporting you along the way,
and I appreciate
and your
that.
bad choices. I am there to support your bad choices, buddy.
We have a few leftover at the house. We have a few leftover non-alcoholic beers. I actually kind of got used to them. They're not too bad.
Well, and the first 15 kill your taste buds.
Exactly.
What's to taste?
Acquired taste. Everything's an acquired taste.
It is an acquired taste.
I've never been able to... I've never learned to like bourbon.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I got a bottle over there.
I hear people, they love their bourbon, but I don't know. I'll drink my beer.
Yeah, you know what? There's a few things. I mean, all the absinthe there as well, and Scotch, whiskeys, stuff like that.
I do like Scotch.
But people said, some of the other stuff, I'll drink rum and stuff like that, but it's not my go-to.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah.
It'll probably evaporate before I figure out a whole bottle of it.
My fake whiskey that I still got at the house,
that's evaporating.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, cook with it.
Maybe I should try that.
Right?
There you go.
Well, there's no alcohol. Because I get Cointreau, and what I'll do is I'll make some rice, like steam some rice or something, and then I'll put it in a pan and I'll fry up some shrimp, right? And then I'll put the rice and mix it all up, and then I pour some Cointreau in and set it on fire.
Mm-hmm. Cointreau, that has that orange rind.
Taste,
yeah.
So when you actually get it, it burns off the alcohol, but it leaves the rice shrimp dish with this nice orangey hint of orange flavor.
Yeah.
So garlic, butter, orange,
nice.
shrimp rice.
That sounds really appealing. Good.
And Cherry's Jubilee. All I'm saying is if there's alcohol that you can set on fire and not burn your house down, give her a go. That's my theory. That's the moral of this story.
Yeah.
Like I say, show season starts the end of this month in 2.5 weeks.
Yes.
February 23rd to 25th, Toronto Outdoor Adventure Show, Toronto International Centre, outdooradventuresshow.ca for more info. I will be there Saturday and Sunday.
Are you presenting both days or just Sunday?
No, just Sunday at noon on the Adventures and Paddling stage, following the Incomplete Paddlers canoe route. And then the same weekend, Saturday, February 24th, the Wilderness and Canoe Symposium is at York University. So if you're coming to town and you want to kill two birds with one stone, check out both. Saturday, March 2nd, Quiet Adventure Symposium in East Lansing, Michigan. One of our favorites. Actually, it's probably my favorite of the year.
Yeah.
So we're going down to East Lansing, Michigan. We'll be there. We'll have our booth. We'll be recording while we're there. And quietadventures.org for more info. Get your ticket. And don't forget, there's the rabbit half. Got to go. I'm going to buy some rabbit stuff this year, like socks or something.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk to them and say, listen, how good is this stuff for winter camping and stuff? And then I'm going to go, when I go winter camping next year, I'm going to take some of the rabbit stuff and try it out. And if it's really warm, I'm going to go back next year and buy more. If it isn't really warm, I'm going to go buy next year and return it. Told me these would keep my feet warm. You
And they
BS'd me. I froze and lost 3 toes. I want my $5 back. That's how much my toes are worth. $5. March 10th to 8th, Canoecopia, Madison, Wisconsin, the Alliant Energy Center. You can zip through and see tons of boats and paddling gear and stuff, and listen to like 100 different presentations. That's where the real gold is at that show, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. I mean, you go and see all the stuff, but listening to all the different presentations, you need to get your hands on the program and make your schedule.
You got to plan it.
You really do have to plan it. Yeah. They have so many different speakers. That's I think where the gold is at that presentation.
Plan it
at that
geographically
show.
Plan it, because you can't be running from one side of the event to the other. Just not enough time.
Oh, trust me, yes you can.
Like going, but do you want to?
Yeah. When you're running down that main hallway yelling, "Make a hole!" Coming through. Tuesday, March 12th, Paddling Film Festival. We've already sold a third of the tickets, and they've only been on sale, less than a month?
Yeah.
Drums and Flats in Ajax. It's on our social media. Doors open at 6:30. We got the literature already that tells the program what the films are. We just haven't seen the films yet. They'll be coming, so we get to see all the films and decide which ones that are going to show.
Yeah. We get to see them all.
And then we show you the really bad ones and tell you about the good ones you missed out on.
We pick. They're all very good, but we pick what fits the kind of program we want to put on.
Yeah. Forget the rest of you. We don't care what you want to see. No, we take a little bit of this and a little bit of that.
Yeah.
And some of nothing, we try to make it interesting to all types of paddlers. So, come to Drums and Flats, watch the films, grab yourself some beverages and food and with your fellow paddlers and chat about the films and stuff. April 20th to 21st is the Ottawa Outdoor and Adventure Travel Show at the Nepean Sportsplex in Nepean, Ontario. AdventureOttawa.ca for more info. That's a good one to go to. It dwindled off a little bit, but it's trying to make a big comeback. So go out and support them and see a lot of stuff from the Ottawa area, especially. Other than that, I think that's it. If you are into YouTube, we are putting our shows on YouTube. It's just the audio right now with our regular. This is the episode.
We're pulling the same move as Joe Rogan. There you go.
Yeah.
He's got a new contract. He's going to be on YouTube. Spotify is diversifying. They're going to do advertising and be on YouTube. So we thought, hey, let's do the Joe Rogan thing. We're going.
I think we beat him to it.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah. So, like I say, some people like to have YouTube up and they just play stuff that's there, and they're not even watching it; they're just listening.
And for us, we'll put it on. We can put it on there, and it acts like a podcast. But I think it might be interesting for us to eventually start videoing our interaction.
But we've got the face for radio.
We do.
Well, we could just put like some sort of mask on, or do it in like a hoodie where you can't see your face, or a balaclava. No one will know which one's. My balaclava has a big beard hole. People don't know which one of us is which.
we need to properly build out a studio,
right? Well, I guess renovation's time.
Yeah.
So we're doing that. Spotify is going the way of they're taking. No, sorry. One of the music management companies is now take the music of their artists off Spotify, which is totally ticked off because now the artists aren't making all that. I mean, they're not making tons off of Spotify anyway. It's more publicity, but they're not making anything now from that. I'd be rather annoyed with that, I think.
Yeah. That's the music side of it. But the podcast side of it was very successful. When, I was reading up on some of the statistics, for example, Joe Rogan, and he drove a lot of traffic to Spotify, right? So, and he was a bright and shining star for podcasting. So he was he's traditionally been in the top or the second from the top of the podcasts that people gravitate to, and where Summer's in the bottom, but, we're climbing.
Well, you sent me that article about, is podcasting dead?
Yes.
Or dying?
And it's hard to say which way it's going. I think one of the things that I think maybe it might be a personal thing, but everybody and their dog has a podcast.
Well, my dog has an Instagram page.
yes, she does. Athena does have an Instagram page. But everybody's got a podcast, so it's kind of overdriven the market. So, but, obviously when there's that many, the good ones are going to float to the top.
Well, they're also, what was it they were saying there? Because I said, it sounds like we did it right. Because they were talking about doing it yourself and hosting it yourself, and maybe not going with the Spotify's and everything is a better way.
Yeah.
So the way that we actually have done it seems to be the way they're saying you should do it.
Yes,
so we were doing it right before they said we were doing it right.
We've created our own platform. We hosted on our own server and yada yada yada, Kevin's server. But we have gone and maintained this independence.
Yeah.
So it's worked out.
So far, so good.
8
years next week.
Is it?
8, yeah, like the 15th or something like that.
Time to quit.
Yeah, so I say we do next Thursday.
Oh.
Not this not this Thursday. Next Thursday, the 15th.
Yeah. It'll be the 8th anniversary.
Is the 8th, I'm sure it's the 15th. The 8th anniversary of putting up with your crap.
Yeah.
And your crappy beers.
I'll have to... I was just going to say I'll have to find a nice beer for that episode. Gluten-free,
non-alcoholic,
kosher,
made with grapes.
Yeah.
Dehopified.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we'll check that one out. But yeah, next week may be our 8-year anniversary show. Already. Holy jumpins.
Yikes.
We go places. So nothing else?
I have nothing else.
We're just going to yabber for a little while? Do you think we could just talk nonstop for the next 6 hours?
We could. People wouldn't listen, but...
How do you know? Let's just test this.
No.
No.
I have to work tomorrow.
I need to pee.
I'm tired.
The dog's going to look at us.
It's like 10:30.
Is it? Still early. Well, alrighty then, Derek.
I want to go home.
You spoil sport.
Hey, one thing that
now he wants to talk.
No, it just occurred to me. Normally, every winter when we're recording, it's hey, we need to switch to Wednesday because there's a big snowstorm. Or, hey, we need to do this Monday because the next 2 days is going to be a snowstorm.
Yeah.
We haven't been affected by the weather this year.
See?
It's been fantastic.
And you know what made this change? The climate. Climate change is real. We just proved it.
And it's great.
We've just proved climate change. Alrighty.
Anyway, on with the show.
If you want to find more about us, you can find us at paddlingadventuresradio.com. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You can download or stream our episodes at iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Podbean, Player FM, and all your favorite podcast downloading sites. Or you can just go to the episode page at paddlingadventuresradio.com and you can download or stream all our episodes there. And as I say, go to YouTube and check that out. Because YouTube, when I put on Bill Mason, Water Walker, at work, I'll put that on the background. And I'll listen to it. I won't actually watch it because really? I've watched it enough times.
You know what's happening.
I know exactly what's happening in that movie. But I just listen to it now, and I don't actually watch YouTube.
Yeah.
So you can do that with our episodes now. If you enjoy the podcast, please share it with your friends, family, and fellow paddlers. I want to thank everybody for listening this week. I'm Sean Rowley.
And I'm Derek Specht. We'll see you next time.